Well, hello YouTubers, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do some astronomy out in the field near Dade City where the St. Petersburg Astronomy Club normally sets up. And I've got my astrophotography rig out, got my 5-inch Explore Scientific refractor out here on my Low Smandy G11 mount with my homemade tripod. And we're going to see if we can do some astrophotography tonight. It is going to be a gorgeous night, it looks like. We just had a front come through, and it is very clear and very dry, and the wind is dying down, which is nice. So hopefully we can get to use this thing tonight. I'll give you a close-up look at the equipment here. There's the Low Smandy G11 mount. I bought it used from a friend of mine. He got to the point where his arthritis was so bad that he couldn't use it anymore. So he put it up for sale, and I bought it. And I haven't used it as much as I ought to, probably. So hopefully tonight we'll get some use out of it. Homemade tripod. Oh, there's a lot going on with this tripod. But it does break down pretty small. But I also have a cart that I have attached to it, so I can wheel it around as is without having to break it down, which makes life a little easier. And then I have a ramp. I can run it into the back of my trailer there, all assembled. And now that everything's out of the trailer, I'll be sleeping in that tonight once I get too tired to be doing this anymore. So, got a 60mm guide scope up on top, a little red dot finder. And right now what I'm doing is I am just aligning all of the optics, aligning the main scope and the finder and the red dot all on the highest point of that tree right there, so that they're all pointing in the same direction. And then later, once it gets dark, or starts getting dark, I'll put the camera on it and see if I can get a rough focus on that. And then I will polar align this beast. I've got a pole master. Had a lot of trouble when I bought this thing. The polar alignment scope in here, the reticle in it is kind of messed up. It's got a lot of fungus growing on it or something. And I've been trying to get a new reticle for it. Can't find one. So what I did was I just bought a pole master. And Pole Master even makes an adapter to go on the Low Smandy G11. So I'll be using the Pole Master later to polar align this thing. It's really quick and easy. I love the Pole Master. So yeah, we'll see if we can get this beast fired up. Like I said, I haven't used it in a few years. It's been sitting gathering dust. It's time to get it out under the stars again. And hopefully I can get it all working and get some good images in the next couple of nights, because I'm planning on being out here 2 nights, and hopefully the weather will cooperate. All right, be back when something interesting happens. Well, it's full dark, and fortunately the scope is pointed away from me, so I can turn the light on a little bit. And if it ruins an exposure, oh well. I'm taking a long series of exposures on M81 and 82. Managed to get this beast up and running. It has been a long time since I've had this set up out in the wilderness here, and there's too many trees at home to use it. And normally I take my big Dobsonian scope out. I'll put a link in the upper right to the Dobsonian scope so you can see what it's like. But I'm a big visual observing guy. But tonight we're doing some astrophotography out here with Withlacoochee County Park. So we're taking 30-second subframes of M81 and 82, and they're turning out pretty good. My guiding is not great, but I think it's working good enough. It's about 2 arc seconds, unfortunately. And I was in such a hurry to get up and imaging, I probably could have played with the settings in PhD guiding here and got it working better, I think, with the Low Smandy G11 mount. this thing works dead nuts with my other mounts, so I'm not sure what the problem is here. But maybe I'll play around with it a little bit later. But right now I'm collecting some good data, I think. And I may play around with some live stacking later too. Right now I'm just collecting subframes to stack later, but I may play around with live stacking. Got some buddies out here, and one of them's doing some live stacking right now, and it's impressive. So I may try the live stacking and see how it goes too. But right now I'm just going to continue collecting subframes. 8 of 30, but I've already collected a set of 30. So I actually got 38. So what's that? 19 minutes of data, I think. So just going to keep collecting because things are working pretty well right now, and the sky is absolutely amazing. Last night was an amazing night, and it looks like tonight's working up to be even better. It was kind of windy early on last night, and that was kind of shaking the telescope a little bit. My tracking wasn't that great early on. You know, the wind died around midnight or so, and the tracking got dead nuts on after that, and it was just so clear. I crapped out about 2. I was just dead tired. So I got a couple of pretty good images. I'll give you a look at them. So I'm hoping tonight will be as good as last night. And of course, I got a lot of the kinks worked out last night, so I can probably start imaging a lot sooner tonight. Everything's in pretty close to focus. Everything's pretty close to polar aligned. I'll check everything just to make sure nothing has changed, of course. But, you know, I reacquainted myself with how to operate the mount. And we should be good to go pretty early tonight and hopefully get some more images tonight. So this will be my second and last night here. The weather's not supposed to be so good tomorrow night, and I have something I need to do tomorrow morning, so I'll probably just pack up and leave tomorrow morning. So one more night. Wish me luck. Well, it's turned into another really nice night. You can just barely see my scope over there in my red headlamp. The mount and the scope are black, so they're not really showing up, but you can see the white tripod underneath it. My home-built white tripod. I make them white so I can see them in the dark, not trip over the feet. I'm doing some experimenting with live stacking tonight. I really haven't tried live stacking before. And I'll show you this image if it turns out nice. This is M108 down here, and the Owl Nebula up here. What do we got here? 270 seconds of data. About 6.5 minutes, I guess. And wow, I can see the eyes in the owl. Very cool. Very cool. So I'm just going to let this go for a while and see what I come up with. This live stacking makes life easy. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. And then hopefully there won't be much in the way of post-processing. I guess we'll find out. Well, I've collected a little over 10 minutes of data here. And something is going on here. Maybe I've got some kind of smudge on the window of the image sensor. I don't know. Not something I want to troubleshoot in the dark with everything set up, focused, and working, unfortunately. So I'll have to take a look at that tomorrow. See if I can figure out how to clean it. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I haven't seen that before. That's fairly new. I guess it could be something in the telescope, but I don't know. Unlikely. But I have not seen this with this camera. I've used this camera in Arizona, and I've used it in Wyoming at the Ocean Lake Observatory. So I don't know what's going on, because I have not seen this smudgy pattern before. But, yeah, the eyes are really showing up on the owl now. Okay, I was going to collect a little more data and then maybe move on to another target. Some of the stuff I wanted to image is getting high enough to actually image now. All right, third night. I decided to stay another night, but Mother Nature is not cooperating tonight, at least not yet. It may clear out some later. It's actually much darker than it looks on the phone. Phone's got good night vision. Anyway, here's the best image I got last night. It's terrible on the phone. I'll give you a close-up look at it. But, yeah. We'll see if we get anything done tonight. I think I might just sit here and start making some darks. Fill out my dark image library, and we'll see if I get to do any imaging tonight. Well, the sky really just isn't cooperating tonight. I mean, we can barely see some stars through it. Well, you're not going to see them. Those thick clouds have gone away, but we got a haze up there that's really not cooperating. So I think I'm going to shut down for the night and just wait till next time. But I got some images I can process or reprocess. I built up my dark library tonight, so got some stuff done, and had fun with my friends out here. So that's the important thing, camaraderie.